back again for another week of CSC Challenger Series action brought to you by the PPD. William Stewart here of USA Darts, joined as always by my man from To The Point Streaming, Mr. Sean Green. Boy, oh boy, we got an exciting one from the loser's side tonight, Sean, don't we?
Yeah, buddy, I'm excited for it. Garion Cole from he's playing out of Bartonville, Illinois at Shot Spot. Is averaging a 4.79 in his two matches that he's played, losing last week to John Edwards, I believe a Wisconsinite. Shocker there. Is taking on Willy Walker, who only averaged a 4.39 in his first match, but he's only played one match. Of course, he is from the great state of Washington, so that'll be awesome.
Well,
Uh,
I'll give you one before you get too far. John Edwards is actually from Iowa, I believe. So just a little bit sad, a little bit cornfield action for John Edwards, but he's actually right now playing Ram Rivera. So
yeah.
good match there for sure from John Edwards. But
Well, speaking of good matches going on right now, we've been watching on the live stream of Rick Hens, Leonard Gates versus Rick Hens tonight, and we've just seen some high quality matchups going on there. That is for sure.
I've seen some back and forth nines already. Some quality stuff. It looked like Gates actually stole one away from Hens, but that one is going to be a battle all night long. There's actually people tuning in on Rick's Facebook as well. But yeah, exciting stuff going on there. But we do have that one from the top of the loser side tonight. We'll actually switch on over to well, we'll just keep it right here since Nick's already going with the bracket, which is exciting here. So yeah, Willy Walker playing out of all seasons in Tacoma, Washington, and Garen Cole, as you mentioned, the Shot Spot Pub in Bartonville, Iowa. We go down Brian Dennis on the loser side. Every match counts for him as he plays Randy White tonight.
Yeah. Again, just a shocking first round defeat for Brian Dennis. Didn't play poorly. Just Sean Cafflish played fantastic. He is a Wisconsinite. I can get that one right. Um, but him versus Randy is going to be a tough matchup. They both kind of impressed us on the stream when we saw them both play. So that one's going to be a very big matchup this early on the loser side, which is the same situation we have tonight. But we'll get into that in just a minute. And then you have Hunter Van Beek and Ken Rip. What do you got going on there, bud?
Well, young Hunter is definitely a young phenom, and Ken's tough. Ken's tough. He definitely gets around both the steel and soft tip side of the world. He's actually going to be in that Booyah Cup this weekend. I'm
There you go.
excited to see how that one turns out. Um, I'll be kind of anxiously looking at that one in the background. But we go to our next one, Brandon McMillan, and is that Skylar Lapine there?
It is.
I have a tough time seeing because I'm getting older and older by the day as we speak here. But yeah, that's going to be an exciting one too. Skyler, it's sad to see him on the loser side of things. He just came. He had to play, eights, and that's a tough match.
Yeah, and I mean another Booyah Cup attendee right there. He
Hmm.
won the very first qualifier, I believe, so he's been waiting quite a while to see who else is going to be in that field. You move down Nick Selepic, Jeff Burning, another, I mean, firepower matchup. And I mean, guys, at this point in time, there's no easy, safe, nice route to the title. I mean, there just isn't. You have to go through a lot of tough matches. I mean, you're seeing the powerhouses of Leonard Gates, Rick Hens tonight. If you look down a couple, we have Lavelle and Christian right below them, and then you have Steve Diker taking on Sean Cafflish.
That
I
is
mean,
that's an exciting one. I mean, that's another one that you're like, man, I wish that was a little bit further down the road because I think those guys are going to throw some heat tonight to try to make it to the next round and not find their way out of this tournament tonight. It's definitely disappointing that one has to go, but that's the way it is when we're talking the CSC Challenger Series, this new revamped version where everybody just seems to be nothing on last session, but this one just seems to be just every night. You got at least a couple matches that you're like, man, I don't know which way this is going to go, but I'm excited.
yeah, I mean, you got 6 guys currently averaging over a 5.0 average in our Division One, and two of them are in the loser side. I mean, I mean, that tells you everything you need to know. And then the next two closest averages there, a 4.84 and a 4.79, which the 4.79 is Garion tonight. Those are also loser side members. So it's, man, this is going to be quite the whole tournament is going to be insane. I'm actually going to be sad that I don't get to see some of these guys play live on stream, but the people that we do have tonight are going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. Tonight's gonna be. Let's not forget that last match that we had was Ian Hansen versus Johnny Lackey.
Yep.
Super Darts man himself. Ian, see how that one goes. But yeah, Willy Walker versus Gary Cole. This is gonna be an appetizing one. I know that Willy was warming up there with Mike Maloney, a thing that they always kind of seem to do. Kind of warm up before these big matches together. And yeah, I gotta tell you. I think Willy's gonna come out firing, but Garen looks like he might be doing the same here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough one, right? You got Garen Cole, who, um, I mean, a 4.79 average. He's throwing phenomenal in his two matches that he's played, but he's going up against Willy Walker, and Willy Walker rolled through the loser side last CSC Challenger Series to get to 4th place, where we saw that epic duel with Brian Dennis. And I can't wait to see how tonight goes because I think it's going to be a close one. I think we're going to get a good battle. It's the perfect stream to do tonight, I think. So we'll see if that actually occurs.
Well, both these guys have already felt close defeats in this tournament. Willy Walker 9-8 to Johnny Lackey, and then Garrett Cole losing 9-8 to John Edwards. So yeah, I mean, they both experienced those close matches where they've had to, experience those up and downs of just the race to 9 format that we have here. So
Yep.
I think they're both gonna want to stay in this bracket and have to win to do that. So
Yeah, guys, I see in the chat's already happening. Let's see who you got in this one. Give us your predictions down there because hitting that like button and giving us a prediction will enter you into tonight's raffle, which tonight's raffle winner will have their choice of any jersey found on A to Z Darts. You can sort by your personal size or favorite color if you take advantage of their filter options. Most designs are fully stocked with sizes small through 5X, so hopefully you'll have plenty to choose from. And we are sponsored by A to Z Darts this go around. A to Z Darts is well known for their incredibly fast shipping, and I can personally tell you that that is very true. Not only do they offer free shipping on orders over $45 within the continental U.S., which is huge. Will and I have talked about that. They provide the fastest delivery possible by offering same-day shipping on most orders, which is amazing. They've developed great relationships with all major shipping carriers over the years, so no matter where you are located, they attempt to get you your dart supplies to you ASAP. Get your gear on over at a-zdarts.com.
I love it. Yeah, that $45 free shipping if you spend that's something you don't find at many places. I've already stressed how much I love that because nothing worse than getting a big order and then finding out, man, I got paid for this. So, yeah, I love that free shipping option that A to Z offers. But we're about to get into this nitty-gritty part of this match here. It looks like we're getting ready for our diddle. Aaron to throw first here? No, Willy. Sorry.
It looked like Garion was just ready to throw there, or it was behind one of the two. But Willy only gets 40 points.
That is an advantage for Aaron here.
Yeah, all he really has to do is shoot it. Get one bullseye in there. Ooh, he got the trip 20 in the last dart. That was a good one, but a single 20 would have done it as well.
We may just keep all seasons for just a little bit. It looks like we may be experiencing some issues over at the shot spot pub, but we'll work on it in the background. I know Nick is really good about that one. Switching over to camera views, we'll see what he's got here in the near future.
Yeah, and yeah, look at that. So we'll get going. As you can see, the angle for shot spots is a little bit off to the side, but I like it. He starts off with a nice format there. And I want to go ahead and let you guys know that at some point I know that my wife and 2 daughters just returned from a 4-day vacation to North Carolina, so I know I'm gonna have to say hi to them when they come inside, so we don't
Hold
get any
on.
upset kids.
Hold on here. We got a Nathan tuning in from Emporia, Kansas. I had to give him a shout out because you don't see many Kansas people tuning into this thing. Nathan, I'm tall, not too far away, so nice to see you tuning in here.
There you go.
Had to give him some loving, man. Had to give him
Oh,
some loving.
for sure. I mean, it's good to see that too. I loved seeing those players from Kansas get in there and those people from Kansas get on the stream and watch you, because you deserve it, buddy. They got your one of your best streams in the country right in their backyard. So.
Dude, I don't think I've ever even met Nathan. I just want to give him some loving, but maybe hopefully meet him down the road. That's what I'm going to enjoy about this weekend at the Booyah Cup. Hopefully meet some of these Wisconsin people.
Oh yeah.
We see in the chat flooding all the time, but.
Jake wants to let you know that your mic is a bit off sounding. I think it's just a little quiet. It's just a little quiet is honestly what I would say. You might be talking a little bit softer tonight using your sultry voice. That might be it. It's nothing crazy. Like I'd point it out to you.
I'll just talk a little bit.
Hey.
There we go. I guess I'll just use my radio voice here and get a little bit close.
Well, that's what I use every time, because if I use my actual voice, I actually talk like this. People don't know that.
You take high just a little bit.
Well, you saw that from Willy Walker. Got a big score in there on the 18s. We know he loves those 18s from what we've seen, and that is not what you want to do, is give Willy another shot at the 18s. Starting off a little scrappy in this one, both these guys.
Yes, definitely is a little bit scrappy here.
And there is a 6 mark from Willy. See what Garion does to respond. That's a good second dart. And a pretty good third. All right, buddy, you got it for a second. I'll be right back, guys.
Hey, do your thing, buddy. Do your thing. How about a little love to these vendors here? Western Washington Dart League, I believe that is, for Willy.
That is correct. Hello, by the way, everybody.
Oh, who's this guy?
How's it going, Will?
Mr. Nick DeShera popping on here while the man handles some business in the background. I know he's got some kiddos that are anxiously running around the background. Hey, that's how it goes. That's how it goes when you're a dad. I think you don't understand that one.
No,
Mr.
not a clue. Not a clue. One time I did have a beta fish, so I would say I've kind of get the general idea of it all, but didn't quite get it all together.
We'll just there you go. Well, we're gonna have to make a stand here. Let's see what he does. Trip 16.
Oh.
There it is. 9 mark possibly. How
There
about
we
a boom dynamite from Sean? There you go.
Boom goes the dynamite, as he would say. There we go.
Now I'm not gonna do that ever again, by the way. So, enjoy that one while it lasts. Look at this. Came out to play here. Really throwing a 5 mark there to take back that lead, but it's gonna be on Willy. He's gonna stomp back with something. Can he possibly take out 17 here?
Unfortunately, he only gets 2 points behind. He wanted, looks like for the last start, did go for the close though. Didn't feel comfortable shooting that 16 one more time, so we'll have Garion with a good opportunity to kind of get ahead and get control again. Looks like his dartboard's a little bit behind, so I'll go ahead and fix that for us real quick.
Did I hear the great voice of Nick DeShera?
Yeah, you did. He just jumped in here and said, "Why not?"
Oh,
are we gonna go 3 for tonight? I may have to cut out anyways. It looks like my mic is just giving me fits here.
Well,
why don't you guys go ahead and take? See if I can do something with this mic here in the background.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Well, in the meantime, we're just gonna lose that
camera feed as well.
Camera. They're trying to do a lot of work for you here, Nick.
And listen, I'm just trying to stay on my toes as you left the seat warm for me, so I figured I'd sit in it. Now I'm sitting in Will's chair. Not as warm, but just as inviting.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, we're pretty sure we figured out the problem with Will's mics. We think it's an Ethernet cord problem as Garion takes out the first one with a 4-5-4, and I'm telling you that's going to be one of the lower winning scores we're going to see tonight. What do you think, bud?
Oh, I absolutely believe that's the case. I mean, we're going to see two players that have the ability to be in the fives the whole night, and the fact that they're in the losers bracket is just unfortunate circumstances. Willy Walker talks in the interview later on that he got to the bar late and wasn't really feeling himself that first match, and plus Johnny Lackey putting on a tough game for him. So we'll have to see him kind of step it up here as Garion's going to push him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious straight from the get-go here. A lot of pressure being put on early on by Garion, as you're seeing it right here, too. As we get our first boom goes a dynamite. Garion Cole, get it on the board.
Second one.
Oh, did I miss one?
You're late.
I missed one? See, and I knew Jerry was like, it's not Garion, it's Garion. But I have a school that is just north of me that's a private school called Garion Catholic. And so Garion's going to be in the stuck of my mind pretty much this whole time. I apologize to Garion ahead of time.
It's okay. We'll still get the hang of it one mispronunciation at a time. That's just a staple for our broadcast.
Just a typical day in the life of the producers promoting darts here.
Exactly.
The CSC Challenger Series.
Believe I got Gary inside working again, so sorry for being a little quiet, everybody, but it's nice to see everyone. If you don't know who I am, I'm the guy that I always refer to in the background as the professional button pusher, Nick DeShera, joined by lovely Sean Green and a troubleshooting Will Stewart in the background.
Garion is from Illinois. I'm not exactly sure the town. I know he's playing at Shot Spot Pub in Bartonville, Illinois tonight. So that's about the majority of what I can tell you, as Willy tried to throw in his first 9 mark, or would that have been his second one?
I believe the first one was hit by Willy Walker on the 16s.
There you go. Yes, Willy is from the Tacoma area.
Garion does find on the last start there, putting Willy with a pretty decent margin behind here, forcing a 9 mark to kind of get control here. So you're just going to see these players pushing each other as they're both in the 5s.
So I'm going to give you an obscure fact here that, so he is from Peoria, Illinois, Garion, which actually is interesting because that is where the band Mudvayne is from, which is a very old school, super heavy metal band.
A little bit out of my pay grade there. You know a little bit more about the references than I do.
Well, you know, uber heavy metal music is, you know, one of my specialties.
I've noticed that my taste in music is just far from the average and normal, and I've completely accepted my fate in listening to obscure music from like Midwest Ohio.
Real 12th Man says that he's a Wisconsin boy and just started playing darts. Well, you are already pretty good, I'm sure, if you're from Wisconsin. So just keep that, and you'll be fine. Just keep doing Wisconsin things.
Austin Albert saying favorite part of Monday is watching this, or favorite part of Monday is putting it on for you guys. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Don't forget that we are going to be running a giveaway. All you have to do is like and comment on Facebook, and you will be entered in for a raffle to have a jersey of choice from A2ZDarts.com.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that does not include a B Goes the D jersey, but there are so many pretty options, including the one that I'm wearing tonight. The tuxedo jersey is available on A2ZDarts.com.
And there we go.
Get a boom goes a dynamite. Garion Cole throws in his second one of the match. And here comes Willy on those 18s, and there goes the 15s. Oh boy, Willy Walker is not playing around this leg, throwing a 5-5 and in control, even with Garion throwing well.
Both players in the 5s, you know it's going to be a long night ahead of these guys going back and forth.
Man, it is impressive how he throws that dart after it already enters the board.
It is honestly a skill that it's really hard to teach, if anything.
Mark McFadden in there. What's up, brother? New York native. They can't handle the Boom Goes the Dynamite jersey drip. Well, hopefully they can in a couple weeks, Mark. Hint, hint. All right, 5-4-2 for Willy Walker as he gets on the board. And it is 1-1. Ladies and gents, I am Sean Green of To The Point Streaming and the producer promoting darts, joined by Will Stewart, who I guess is behind the scenes just hanging out watching the action tonight. And also the great Nick DeShera, because I couldn't remember the weird pronunciation of your word. I was trying to come up with a bad pronunciation. Dirachi. Nick Dirachi DeShera. On the mic right now. I think this is Will's best life. There he is.
I figured I'm having some internet issues. It looks like I'm jolting every sort of way, so I might be a bit due here for just a second. See, calling the old Cox.
Yeah, you're getting him a ring right now. Be like, come over here and fix this now.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? The legendary Will Stewart.
You got 45 minutes.
Before this thing's over with. And they have to listen to Nick the whole night while he's flipping buttons back and forth and missing a couple of them, I'm sure. Like right now.
Gotta
Unless
tell
you
you
just
what,
stand on the stream.
you guys sound beautiful. Beautiful.
You stop it right now.
You've learned from the legendary Will Stewart.
Again, I have to use this voice because my real voice is like this. The real 12th man asked, do I have a live dart stream as well? I do. To The Point Streaming, Indie Darts To The Point Streaming on Facebook. Go over, hit like on our page. We do have a great matchup. I don't do this every week, but tomorrow night's battle is insane, Nick. That's to say the least.
Oh, your lineup's absolutely incredible. You should tell everybody about it, because if they're not tuning in, then they're missing out.
Well, I will say this. I'm picking up from the UK Open at 7 p.m. for our 8 p.m. start, Danny Lobby Jr. from the airport to make it to our stream on time. And Larry Butler actually gets in town at 4 p.m. In Ohio, so he has a 2-hour drive from there. So we're going to be scrambling. But the lineup, Indiana versus Ohio, we got Danny Lobby Jr. and Tim Neal, the Philly legend, taking on the young gun himself, Mr. Seth Stefano, and arguably the greatest American dart player in history, Mr. Larry Butler. And it's going to be an amazing matchup.
That's a stacked lineup if I've ever seen one. And all those players can beat me. And in fact, Larry Butler has beaten me before. With a mixed trips 12-year-old on his team and made it look easy.
Well, if it was his son, then that's for sure.
It was a blind draw, actually.
When you've been playing
dynamite.
When you've been playing for about 40 years, I don't think there's many people you haven't beat.
It's fair.
I don't know. There's been a lot of people who have beaten me. I wouldn't say the other way around. But look at this battle we got going on here. Garion Cole needs a lot of points. Well, not really, but oh, look at this. He's going kill shot for the win. Oh my gosh, what an amazing setup. What an amazing setup there.
Talk about putting pressure.
Boom goes a dynamite for the 8 mark there. We're at a point now where if Willy doesn't hit these 3 bowls, which he might.
There he goes.
What bottle there to win that second leg? And I truly mean bottle. That deserves the British term for it.
A 5.57 and a 5.86 there. That's a close match.
Garion Cole I'm really happy to see kind of what he does the rest of this match, because that was a ton of pressure he just put on Willy Walker there.
Jake Worthy, thank you for tuning in. Oh, I beat you to the punch, Sean.
Hey, listen, you're pretty good, but man, you should do this more often.
You know, it's like I just watch you guys do it for a living. I kind of get the little lessons from the background in the studio.
No, that's great. Jake's one of our people who has been following since week 1 of the first session of us doing this back in October. So I always appreciate that. As Willy Walker throws in a 9 mark, boom goes a dynamite. Willy Walker with 3 in the bed on the 19s to start it off. And we are already up to 5, bad boys. I have to ask you, Nick, how much more hectic is it to know that you're sitting here talking as well as doing all this other stuff that you do for us on a regular basis.
You know, I'm going to be honest. I am lucky to have you on the other end. You're able to kind of help fill the dead air when I'm pushing all these buttons here because I don't know how to configure a stream deck apparently. So I like my life hard.
Well, if there's one thing that I cannot possibly stand, it's dead air space. So that is why I talk as much as I do. Probably I can't help it, but say something at every time. But I'm happy to help you out, buddy. I know how hard and difficult that job can be sometimes. I'm going to be doing it tomorrow pretty much while doing a camera work with Danny Lobby Jr., so that'll be interesting. But yeah, so we got Willy Walker here. Only gets 5 of them coming back, but they're settling into these 5+, 5.5+ averages. Awesome stuff. To let you guys know, the format here, it is a race to 9, all cricket. Loser does start, and there is a boom goes a dynamite. Garion Cole has 3 of them. 4 of them now as we get to 7.
Oh, 6. That was a typo. Don't mind me.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. All right. Well, Willy's going to do what Willy does on the 18s. Doesn't quite get the point lead back, but it is a race to 9. Loser does start. There is a player advantage rule that comes into effect if a player is 3 legs or more behind. They will continue to go first until they get it within 2. But yeah, just great back and forth battle. We're going to see a lot of shifting, a lot of lead changes, especially between these 2 guys that can throw in this type of firepower. As you see another lead change right there. Get ready for some 6s. Get ready for maybe a 7 at the end of it. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on tonight.
Well, and just knowing Willy Walker's firepower and like the upper end of his ability that he has, you know that there's no ceiling as we see Garion Cole though hit a boom goes the dynamite. I do it,
like
right?
it.
I get it. All right.
That was good.
All right, perfect. I've been practicing that in the mirror.
Hey, man, it shows. That was well done. And look at this. Oh, only a 7 mark. And I say only a 7 mark because Willy wanted that 9.
I mean,
and was expecting that 9.
As he should with how well he's shooting. Nick, can you hook me in if I get 2 cups and some string from Will Stewart in the chat? We'll have to see about what we can do for you. Maybe we'll get you like some smoke signals. Maybe you'll actually commentate in Braille for the preceding couple rounds.
You know what we should do? We just should put his like camera view up on the screen the whole time, and he just mouths whatever we're saying, so it looks like he's the one talking.
Oh, we'll just have his camera still, and then we'll just use my voice, and I'll just have to read his lips. I can do that.
Guys, we appreciate you joining us here at the Partners Promoting Darts CSC Challenger Series. We are doing a giveaway for a jersey tonight from A to Z Darts. So tonight's raffle winner will have their choice of any jersey found on a2zdarts.com. You can sort by your personal size or favorite color if you take advantage of their filter options. Most designs are fully stocked with sizes small through 5X, so hopefully you'll have plenty to choose from. But yeah, go over to a-zdarts.com to get your hands on some jerseys. And hit that like button.
They have a couple USA Darts jerseys still you might want to go check out if you haven't.
Hey, look at that. That sounded good.
That's a lovely voice right there. I want to go ahead and let the goat take back over for a little bit as we get Will Stewart back on the mic.
And we'll see how long this lasts before people are jetting me out of here, but it'll probably be 2 seconds. It looks like I'm just getting the upload speed to just like snail to then super fast, snail, super fast. So I don't know what's going on. But.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's the siding that's covered up your Ethernet plug. That's a good call there, bud.
I'm telling you, I think they know exactly what it is. It's just getting them to fix the dang thing.
Man, look how close this battle is. Right now, Garion Cole has winning darts in his hand. Needs 2 double bulls and a trip 18. And from what we've seen at the end of legs here, he's more than capable of taking this out. Not anymore, but he was. Yeah.
Nice little hat trick, though.
Yeah, he's going to be kicking himself on that round, though. He needed at least 4, and he knows it. Willy just needs 1 bowl to take a 3-1 lead here. Will he get it, though? Yeah, he does. Woo! Last dart gets it done. His winning darts have been a 5.42, a 5.57, and a 5.36, rattling off 3 legs in a row, bud.
stuff as I was dealing with the stuff in the background. I appreciate you still writing them down.
Hey, I'm 4 for 4. We're still early.
I was impressed when we both got them all last week. Heyo.
Heyo. Yeah, we actually bragged to each other afterwards by holding up our own pictures of what we got. Yeah, there you go. Nathan won a set of shot steel tips from A to Z Darts years ago. Emporia, Kansas says they're steel tips not too popular in Emporia.
Hey, we're only about an hour and a half away, buddy. We can meet up anytime. I tell you what. Steel tips my game.
There you go. And just so you guys know, I can hear my daughter like on the other side of the door saying, "Dad, Dad, Dad." So just know if that happens, that might happen. And if I bring her in, she'll try to stay and tear everything down and do all those beautiful things that I love the most from her, but only at times where it's convenient. You know how it goes.
I do know that one. Nice trip 18 there.
Yeah, this is our first like non-high scoring point game so far, but I'm gonna knock on wood because I bet it happens right about here.
So not everyone's gonna be a high scoring affair, but a lot of them have been.
Yeah, I mean, when you have 3 of the 4 winning legs in the high 5s, that is a recipe for some high scoring. But look at this, Garion just easy going, little 5 mark, get it done. A 4.75 is way in control, but you're playing against Willy Walker, who just needs 1 round to really kick things off and get right back into it. But only a 4 there for him. Andrew, unfortunately, we tried to get more dogs to show up to these venues, but we're unsuccessful. The dogs were busy. So, but we did try. It'd been really cool to see Fetch in the background like we had been. It's really good for my ADHD to like focus on other things besides the darts on the screen.
Totally understand that one, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, score's 3-1 right now currently. Dustin in the chat here, Dustin Holt, great dart player. The on the scoreboard on the screen, the count up does count as a win, and Garion did win that. So it is now 3-2 right here at this point. And a great leg from Garion. I'm not exactly sure what he shot there. What did he shoot there, Will?
I think it was a 4-3.
You're making it up. All right.
I'm definitely making it up. I thought I saw a 4-3 something. It might have been a 4 point something 3, but I definitely saw something 4-3.
Well, fair enough. And Phil Garmeyer's from Fort Wayne, Indiana, saying, "Awesome stream, guys. Thanks." No, thank you, sir, for tuning in with us. Phil's an old school steel tip darter in Fort Wayne. Love it. And Dustin, I appreciate you pointing that out, bud, because it was going to happen eventually. Man, look at those phantom darts that go straight into that dartboard. Impressive moves from Gary. All right, Willy's going to try and close on 19 on the first dart. Ooh, he stayed there for the second dart. That was an interesting move. But when you're going to automatically hit a triple 20 on the last dart, who cares?
I think you definitely have had a few moments where like, this is an interesting move, but I tell you, most of the time they pay off for these skilled players in Division 1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, it's always a smart move when you hit it. And it's always going to be something that we're going to talk about as analysts a little bit, because we kind of get paid to analyze a little bit. As we get a boom goes at dynamite. Willy Walker, 3 in the bed on the 20s. He decided to point there, that's for sure. But yeah, when they hit, it's always good.
It's a good feeling. Gonna go right on top of those does with the last dart.
Great stacking.
Old Phil Diller-esque stack from Garion.
And we're looking at all these people in the chat, guys. We got Cody Drager in there, Division II runner-up and perennial favorite for Division II this time around. How's it going, sir? Thanks for joining us. And I can't say this enough. probably the coolest thing for us is the fact that all of the players playing the CSC and also, outside looking in on the CSC that just want to see some good darts. You guys tune in with us every week, and I really, really appreciate it. Brandon Hudson, actually, if you go to magicwear.com, you can get yourself a Boom Goes the Dynamite jersey currently. They are for sale on the website. We are giving away a jersey to A to Z Darts, which does not currently have that option available. However, there's a lot of fantastic options to choose from. So you're definitely want to check that out, especially some USA darts.
Yeah, let's hear them Wisconsin people. Should we get a Boom Goes the Wisconsinite jersey?
Oh yeah, let us know in the chat. I know my opinion on that.
I definitely think that Jen should make one.
I tend to agree with that bad boy.
Nathaniel Fowler, hello, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in, sir, aka Shorty.
Well, I'll just be chopped liver over here. Shorty, thanks. Appreciate it. No, I'm kidding.
Shorty, a quality shot, I believe, out of the St. Louis area.
Okay, there you go. Still your neck of the woods a little bit. I call it your neck of the woods. It's like you're part of the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Like we have two different parts of the Midwest there.
Everybody already, yep, do it. Wisconsin.
Southern Illinois boom jersey. I love it. As we're looking at Willy Walker just turn it on here at the end. A 5.5 is how he ends it, and he ended it real quick from where it could have ended. I'm a little bit concerned for Garion, and I want your opinion on this first. Willy seems to have two legs that he's been off a little bit in. Other than that, he has averaged right around a 5.5 in all of his winning legs. The reason why I'm a little bit concerned for Garion is because if Willy takes off just one leg every once in a while and then averages above a 5.5 in the other legs, it's going to be very difficult no matter how well Garion throws to deal with the pressure of Willy Walker doing that consistently. Do you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that. I think Willy knows what he shot in the last one, and he's not really happy with it, I imagine. So he wants to pick that average up a little bit and prove that, hey, he's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, he just needs to win a leg with Willy throwing well. And I guess needs to isn't really the word, but I think for him, for his confidence, I think that will be very helpful for him. And he's got to do it kind of early on here as we're approaching that break point.
Yeah, as something comes in the chat. Leonard Gates 9, Rick Hines 6, I believe. Both were in the 5s and 6s most of the games. I believe that.
Yeah, I mean, if that's true, Rick Hines is now an extremely tough person to see on the loser side of the bracket, to say the least. And look at that. Boom goes a dynamite. Gary and Cole getting the 8 mark in there with that nice close on the 19s in the middle. But hey, three in the triple segments and get you a B goes the D majority of the time. Especially when I don't remember that there was a mark on the 19s before I say it.
Well, coming in, they had 6 9 marks for Willy and 16 9 marks for Garion.
Yes, but remember, Garion played an extra match. So Willy is a match behind there.
Exactly, yeah.
Man, those were fast darts. I'm telling you. As you can tell, I'm playing around with Nick. There's nothing he can control on the cameras besides refresh them consistently, and that's almost impossible to do while also switching the cameras the entire time and also doing commentary every once in a while. So I just like to make fun of him because I know he can't change it. So I know you guys are seeing it. Might as well call it out when it happens. So you guys don't think that we think it's perfect when it's not, John Pilgrim. Brother, you better throw well this next weekend. I'm telling you what. Let's win some money, buddy.
Let's say the fight of a production guy. I totally understand that one, Nick.
Yeah,
fine.
That's the beautiful thing about the three of us, right? Is that we've all been on that side of the fence, so we know exactly what's happening when this stuff is happening, and it makes it a little bit more forgiving when we do call you out for it, because we all know that there's nothing that he can do about it. But
you know you're the call out king.
hey, listen, I expect you guys to do the exact same to me. It's not my fault I don't give you that much of an option. And I'm done. Yes. Yeah.
Willy trying to make a stand here, but Cole gonna make it tough here. Going to the 15s, gets it the last start.
Ooh, that wired right in the bottom corner of that segment. That's always a beautiful dart when it actually goes in there.
It looked like it was at least one hole in.
And Willy's going to throw in a hat trick, but do it nonchalantly, kind of walking up to the board, fine with the fact that he will have the lead as we go into the break. This break will not be very long, guys. I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to be. Not as quick as he just hit those 4 bowls, that's for sure. Guys, we have a barn burner here. Both these guys have played in 9-8 matches so far at the CSC Challenger Series, and it does not look like that's going to go away anytime soon. Willy Walker with a 4-3 lead on Garion Cole. Will, what do you expect in the second half of this?
I expect to see some fireworks from both these guys. Both of them.
Yeah, so a lot of fireworks for sure, guys. Stay with us here. I'm Sean Green of To The Point Streaming, joined as always by Will Stewart, the GOAT of USA Darts, and the great Nick DeShera. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
My name is Garion Cole. I play out of the Shot Spa, and I play for Excel Entertainment.
Well, Garion, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the CSC Challenger Series Division 1 broadcast this evening. I'm glad we got a chance to talk with you. Can you tell us a little bit about the people that are unfamiliar? How long have you been playing darts, and how you kind of got started?
I've been playing since I've been 3 years old. My dad was a player. And of course, when I was that age, it was just throwing at the board and so on and so forth. And I just grew up in the game. And as I grew up, and I just, darts was one of those things that I could go out and like be aggressive on, because we always had boards around the house, so I could just be aggressive and get out frustration. So I've been throwing, virtually my entire life.
Next question for you here. So this is week 3 of the CSC Challenger Series. Now, your first match was against Ian Hansen, and then second round match against John Edwards. What do you want to say about those past matches? How did they feel coming off them?
The one against Ian, it felt really good. It was a lot of fun playing against them. I had never met Ian, so that was a blast. It was the first time I ever got to play him. Last week was, a little bit gut-wrencher. At one point I was down a fee legs, come back, go to a game decider, and I had darts to win it, and just missed. So, but both battles have been heck of battles. I can't take away from either of those players I played in the last 2 weeks.
Well, and now speaking of players you can't take away anything from, of course, Willy Walker is going to be your opponent this evening. Now, Willy Walker is someone that we've had in the stream several times and we're familiar with. Have you had any experience playing against him in the past, and what are you doing to kind of prepare yourself for the match?
Literally, I'm just relaxing. I'm not doing anything special. I'm not pulling my darts out yet. Just gonna wait till I get to the bar and warm up on my board tonight.
Well, that's always a good way to go about it. Going nice, fresh, relaxed, no pressure on the shoulders. Now, let's say you make it all the way through to the grand finals here. What would you do with the prize money?
It just depends. Heck, I might take a well-deserved vacation that I haven't had in probably 10 years. So,
is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody that's going to be watching this evening?
I'd like to thank everybody for the support, for all my sponsors, from Velocity, Break for Darts, and of course, the bar I play out of, the Shot Spot, one of my big sponsors. I'd like to thank all of them. To my family, I love you guys. And, I appreciate all that you do for me and continue to root me on across the way.
Well, everyone, that's Garion Cole talking with us. We wish you the best of luck in your match this evening.
My name is Garion Cole, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Willy Walker, playing out of All Season Sports Bar in Tacoma, Washington, and my operator is Western Washington Dart Leagues.
Well, Willy Walker, is an absolute pleasure to have you back on the CSC Challenger Series Division 1. We were just talking right before we hit record on this interview. It's been a few months. How have you been?
Yeah, I've been good, just crazy busy with work. Not as much time as I'd like to get on the board, but hopefully now that spring's almost here, it'll start getting a little better.
Well, we know at the end of the day, you're a high performance player, so there's no excuses on our end, at least, because we've seen what you're able to do. Talking about your current run in the CSC series here, tell me a little bit about your first match. I believe it was against Johnny Lackey, correct?
Yeah, it was against Johnny. I didn't play consistent at all. I felt like I was either shooting a 6-0 or a 3-0, and the 6-0s are really good, and you're going to win a lot of legs, and 3-0s, you're not going to win many legs at all in this.
Looking at this field for the Division 1 CSC Challenger Series compared to the one we just finished in our September, November running of this tournament, do you feel like the field has gotten a little bit tougher since last go around as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to keep getting better. It seems like, every time you turn around, there's a new 5-0, and this guy's a 5-0, and this guy's a 5, and it's like, which is good. It's going to make everybody better, but definitely, I think the overall level of play is just going to keep going up.
Well, I know your match in particular has a pretty tight average spread. Is there anything you're going to try to do tonight to kind of channel your A game, kind of really get the Wally Walters out of you?
Honestly, I just, after my first match, I was so frustrated with just my lack of consistency. So I'm just, luckily I'm off work early today. Today I'll get there nice and early, and hopefully I can find the sweet spot and be more consistent than I was the first match.
Of course, same question I asked you last time in our first interview. What are you going to do with the prize money if you make it all the way?
Haven't even thought about that after going in the losers bracket first round. Put it away and use it for the kids to go to Disneyland, hopefully coming up here.
Anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody watching?
Not really. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we put on a good performance and enjoy.
All right. Well, that was Willy Walker, everybody, and thank you again for coming on talking with us. We wish you the best of luck.
My name's Willy Walker, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Let's see if I don't go out. Well, my apologies, folks, for the dropout last time. Good recovery, Sean. Nicely done there, sir. Nicely done. We are 4-3 here. Willy Walker 4, Garion Cole 3. We're going to see how this one goes. Who could come out our victors? We're looking for a race to 9 here in the CSC Challenger Series Division 1, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts.
Yeah, and a huge shout out to Shot Spot Pub, as Tiffany says that a lot of players are watching along that play out of there, so that's awesome to see. As we are seeing a 4-3 lead for Willy Walker, who has, quite honestly, he's thrown some great darts. Garion's thrown some great darts. This is anyone's ball game for the second half. I'm still a little bit concerned for Garion. He's got to win one where Willy is shooting great, but I'm sorry, I just read that long comment from Ryan Miller. That's good.
We can if you really want it. I mean, I got some talent with that thing. I got some practice from my younger years.
Ooh, there you go. I'm a little bit older than you, so still exactly the same as far as Disney goes, as we get a boom goes a dynamite right out of the break from Willy Walker. 2 trip 20s, trip 18. How you doing? What break? And we are going to stay here at the all seasons view for at least the majority of this bad boy. We've been having some issues with their camera feed to where Garion's throwing some phantom darts at that dartboard, so
Really, we've been having a little bit of issues, especially with my microphone as well. So it's not just it just must be that air tonight.
I mean, I've been perfect, but other than that, you're right.
When are you not perfect, Sean?
Always.
110%.
Yeah, you've seen me back out of closings before, where I've just gone off screen instead of continuing to speak. So we've all done that, there, buddy.
Well, I do got a little update. Skylar DePine winning 9-2, and it looks like Dustin Holt saying Ram Jr. up 7-4 on Edwards.
There you go, and that does mean that Brandon McMillan is going to be out of the CSC Challenger Series, getting 13th through 32nd place, and some of his money back.
That is crazy. I mean, that's a quality shot there.
Yeah.
Out of this tournament.
I mean, we're still, what, 2 weeks away from just even money for the guys who go to the tournament then. Of course, first place is $4,500 for the CSC Challenger Series. Second place, $2,250. $1,500 for third, $1,000 for fourth. Bud, I mean, these payouts are insane.
Yeah. Some pretty crazy payouts here. You're talking almost $5,000 for first.
Oh, there you go. Missy Holt's letting us know that it's not Lapine, it's Lapine. So we've been butchering that for about 4 weeks now.
Hey, to each their own. It's crazy what you learn after a little while from these people in the chat, but that's why we love having you here, because you'll let us know.
Yeah, and I mean, getting to interact with you guys is awesome. Mr. Rick Hens is in the chat too, saying good luck, Willy Walker. Mr. Hens watched a little bit of your match earlier. Gave it everything he got.
What a battle.
Yeah, he's going to be a real tough person in the loser side, that's for sure. Another Booyah Cup participant, correct?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing him next week. Or sorry, this weekend, I guess I should say. Let me reiterate.
It's coming up on you quick, huh, bud?
Crazy.
All right, there's another 5.10 from Willy Walker as he takes a 5-3 lead. And I'm telling you right now, Willy is probably the best player that we have seen in the CSC Challenger Series out of breaks. Like, that leg 8 is usually phenomenal for him.
Yeah, I think you could say that after, 8, or whatever it was, the comeback on, 6-1 comeback on Mike?
Yep, there was that one. The 4th place match against Brian Dennis. I know that 7th leg was the impressive 9 marks between the two of them. But then they came out after the break and both threw back-to-back 9 marks to start off leg 8, too. I remember that vividly, being like, what is still going on?
Missy coming for our jobs here. Look at this.
Yeah, what the heck?
I like it.
No, I like it, too. You can try it, see what happens. No, I'm kidding. You come right on in. Brandon Lee, it is actually 5-3. The scoreboard on the actual device counts the count up that starts off the whole thing, that diddle. So it gave an extra leg to Gary and Cole that is not actually there. So it is 5-3. Our scoreboard at the top is correct. And shout out for that being the second of 4 times of saying that this evening, which is all right by us.
That is definitely okay.
Hey, you guys keep us honest.
When it flashes by, it definitely can be confusing. Did we miss something here?
Right. Because sometimes we do. Let's be honest. Well, Nick doesn't. Nick's usually on top of everything, but I'm usually just la-da-dee-da-da the whole time through. So
yeah, 110%. Nick on top of everything.
Fantastic. I feel like we're beating up on someone who cannot respond back to us. And I'm okay with it, if I'm being honest with you.
I can respond back if you prefer me to.
Hey, guys, you want to know how to become eligible to play in TOC in October 2022 or the CSC Challenger Series upcoming? Players become eligible for those by playing in PPD leagues and daily remote tournaments, or DRTs. Leagues are starting daily. Get involved by going to dartstoc.com and checking out the map. The map will show any location with G3 boards within the PPD system. We are always accepting new members, so if you're not seeing anything in your area, have your vendor contact us on our website. From there, players can sign up for leagues on the website. It doesn't take a ridiculous amount of games to be eligible either. Consistently playing one league a week will keep a player eligible for this event in the future. Again, go to dartstoc.com to get signed up today. And then you have to be really, really good in the top 64 in the ratings on the top 500 All-Star points list. And then you're right here for the CSC Challenger Series, and we're streaming your match, and you're making lots of money.
Don't forget DOC in October. I mean, that's going to be a massive event with over $2 million in payouts.
I'm sorry, did you misspeak? Did you say 2 million?
$2 million.
$2 million. I'm surprised you didn't go that route.
I was thinking about it, but I figured
I know you were.
would.
It's one of your better go-tos.
Willy looking to try to make a stand here, looking for another double. No, outside that last dart.
That's actually a brutal to like go double bull, and then not get the last one. But it does look like he is trying to fix something because I think one of them was not in the double.
Yeah, honest guy there. Honest guy fixing it up.
Yep.
Garion trying to make this 5-4 here.
Yep, there you go. So Willy does back it up and does make it legitimate. They're only getting 2 bowls. I think he probably feels better about that too, because that means he didn't miss like the 1 bowl to take the lead, and hope that Garion, misses a dart and then gets a shot at it. But Garion's not going to miss a dart anyway. 4.5 gets it done.
Let's be honest, that's going to be a tough task if you're Willy Walker thinking that he's going to miss one of those.
Right, you're kind of hoping, praying there for a second, as we have a 5-4 lead now for Willy. Garion has yet to get it to even since getting behind. Once he lost leg 3. He did have a brief lead after leg 1, and then lost 3 on the spin, and it has been Willy Walker in the lead, but Garion's staying right there every time. Score is 5-4.
Don't forget, folks, to give us a big like, comment if you haven't. Get entered in for that jersey giveaway from AtoZDarts.com. Definitely want to do that one. Pick you up a nice USA Darts jersey. Might be running down the last few for our last supply until we get our new ones in.
Which I can't wait for those. I'm sure that design is going to be awesome too, because Jen does a fantastic job with it. Kind of impressive.
Doing it well for a while now. She's a woman of many talents. Big shout out to the ladies out there. How about that? Women's History.
Yeah, absolutely. International Women's Day was last Tuesday. Shout out to all the ladies that are watching along, participate in our in dart leagues. Those top shots, of course, Chrissy Grimmel, Paula Murphy, all of those other ones.
Yeah, but just say you're going to leave a bunch.
There's so many. Yeah, there's so many. Hey, by the way, the first women's PDC was this past weekend. Did you notice that Lisa Ashton won 3 out of the 4, and the only one who won the other one was Fallon?
Yeah, honestly, I'm a little disappointed just because the WDF Isle of Man was the same weekend, so you had Dita and Bo Greaves actually playing that, Lorraine Hyde, so you didn't have everybody in attendance, but you definitely had quite a few. So the next 8 will be interesting to see who gets into that top 8 for the match play.
Yeah, I was also a little bit shocked. The first two tournaments, Fallon was averaging in the 60s, 65 range, which was definitely just not her, obviously, and what we've seen out of her. So she shook it off apparently on Sunday, but getting going. And then WDF, who won the Isle of Man?
Bo Greaves actually beat Dita 3 times during that, because there's actually a gold, a bronze event, and then there's, I think, something else going on as well. So Bo actually won most of those, and I think it was James Hurl and Ryan Hogarth or something like that won the other.
Okay.
Two. So.
And is Bo is she 20 now even?
Not sure her age. I know she's really young. I think she's actually younger than that. But I know she's
Yeah.
just getting back for some yips. She had arthritis there for a minute, and she's really come back strong.
Well, I mean, guys, darts is growing all over this country and all over the world still. It is awesome to see, and we are happy to bring you a small snippet of it here at the CSC Challenger Series. Willy Walker going to try and hit a lot of 15s and close those 16s. Now he has to hit a lot of 15s and hope that that sticks, but he's not going to be happy with the 4 mark there.
Bo Greaves is 18, by the way.
There you go. Yeah,
Young lady.
I knew when she was like 15, 16 and on the scene, I was like, but you know, it's one of those things where you just never know how much time passes. Like when it's years, you know?
Exactly.
Well, here's Garion throwing a 5.57 in control of this leg, and that's more of what I was liking to see out of him, or what I was wanting to see out of him for sure.
Well, he's trying to make 5.5 here. That's the thing. He's looking to tie this one up. He doesn't want to give him any more legs. He's trying to make this more interesting than it was.
Yep, and this will be a break of throw for him too. And he gets it.
Much.
5.25 is how he ends that one. He's going to need a lot more of those to I think win this thing. I think he's going to need a couple of legs winning in that 5 range to really have a shot at winning this. But 5-5, exactly where we wanted it to be, guys. Let us know final score predictions, and then hit that like button so you're entered into our raffle for A to Z darts jersey on the website. Any jersey on that website will work for that giveaway. And Willy hates losing, and so he starts off with a boom goes a dynamite 9 mark. Trip 20, trip 20, trip 18. That's the second time he started off a leg like that. Let's see if Garion responds. John Stewart in there saying 9-7 Willy.
Let's see if we got a score line on any of these other matches here in the background.
Yep, we have been told that Leonard Gates did beat Rick Hens 9-6. Skylar Lapine 9-2. Victory over Brandon McMillan. Huh? Lapine, sorry.
She's gonna get you. She's gonna get
Should.
you.
9-9 final. We all win. Getting to listen to you two. Aw, you stop it right now, Brandon. You're too kind, sir.
Brandon, you better be an NDA, sir. Just saying.
Yeah, you can get all the Will and Sean that you could ever want. We're just missing our buddy Will, or our buddy Nick, who hopefully just goes to go, you know. He's shaking his head no, so that means maybe. We have 3 weeks left to talk him into this, bud.
We'll get him there. We'll get him there. Don't you worry.
I'm liking these 9-8 score predictions. Do you think... I wasn't going to bring this up, but do you think Willy has a little bad taste in his mouth if this gets to 8-8 and goes to that last leg diddle?
They both do. They both got it because they both recently lost 9-8. You know, Garion lost to John Edwards 9-8, and Willy lost to Johnny Lackey. So they both have a sour taste in their mouth and want to avenge that.
Yeah, you think about this, man. In about 30 minutes time frame, I'm going to guess, one of these players will be out of the CSC Challenger Series.
How about this? Sean Cafflish is out.
9-6. Dude. We saw, like, week 1, we saw him. He's averaging for the entire tournament right around a 5.0. And to lose 9-6 to Steve Diker, I mean, woo boy.
Bram Gravera Jr., 8-5 over John Edwards.
Man. So now John Edwards goes to that loser side of the bracket, where that's going to be a tough matchup for him.
Well, potentially, it's 8-5, so he can come back.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was 9-5. My bad.
Right now, it's 300-187, so just a little update on that scoreline.
Do you think every time Steve Diker beats someone, that person goes, "Scuba Steve, damn you!" Every time?
Oh, man. I would, definitely. Johnny Lackey and Nick Salepik won their respective matches we're hearing in the background.
Man, that's impressive to spell both names wrong. Isn't one of those guys like his really good friend too?
We'll say Nick Dirachi did that one.
Like he actually got Nick right, so that's good. But that's the only one of those names that he spelled correctly, and thank God that's his name. As we get a boom comes a dynamite Willy Walker to change the subject.
I thought you
Saved
were
by the 9 mark.
I was going to say I thought you were going to miss that one there for a second.
Well, he flashed up my picture, and I knew it was on.
We just got a little bit of blur here on our board. Hopefully the autofocus will kick off after this first start here.
There you are. Oh, I'm surprised he stayed there in that last start. I think as soon as he threw that last one and didn't hit the triple, I think he was upset that he didn't move to the 19s as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Garion throws from an extreme angle, it looks like, on the dartboard. Either that or the camera's a little bit off center.
I was seeing that earlier. I was about to say, it looks like he comes in from the far right, almost Gerwin Price-esque.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. Willy throws in. Look at this, guys. We're in round 10. They're only on the 19s and 18s. And they got 700 points apiece. And keep counting.
Dustin Holtz saying he throws from the angle. So, yeah, a little bit of RVB, Gerwin Price action there coming in from the far right-hand side of the line.
There you go. I wonder if Garion plays any steel tip and if his dart goes in straight on and steel tip doing that. So I'm always curious on that type of thing. That's the only reason why I don't shoot from that extreme is because my dart goes in at such an angle that direction that it almost throws me off a little bit.
I like moving around the Aki myself. It kind of keeps your opponent guessing every once in a while. Kind of throws them off.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned this before. I do the extreme move where I'll move to almost like the line next to a throw line to like wide open the throw. Especially, it frustrates your opponent when you hit it. And all I just got to do is throw it a little bit harder. That's it.
Look at this. Trip 15, last dart. Closing that trip 17. So good shots here from Gary and Cole. Try to take the lead here off of what would that be? Back-to-back leg wins.
Yes, this would be 3 on the spin actually, and very much in control here. As long as he does that, it should be smooth sailing for him. Well, yeah, that definitely smooth sailing. Definitely smooth sailing. Definitely. Woo! My goodness, I'm gonna need to take a break after that one. 5.15 for Garion Cole, winning 3 on the spin. And that is his first lead now, 6-5, since the very start of this match. Willy's not going to like to see that because he's usually been the better second half of the match player. So we're seeing a little bit of a difference here. Of course, he goes 6 marks there to start because it's Willy. I'm surprised he didn't move over to the 18s on last start. Both these guys throwing phenomenal right now. Oh boy.
There we go.
There we go. Dynamite. Garion Cole is now on fire.
People thinking this is going to come down to a tiebreaker. Well, really, Garion Cole's been playing fantastic for about 4 legs straight, almost coming back from this break.
Yeah. I mean, last 2 legs have been in the 5s, those winning legs. He's throwing a 9 mark right now after the first round. No longer doing that, but that's the commentator's curse. That's not his fault, you know.
John Edwards in the background is making a big old stand here versus Ram Kabir Jr.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got a big old 9 mark to put him ahead 320 to 240 to break throw here.
Oh, boy.
That match
All
is
right.
getting exciting as well. To potentially see who's going to go into the top 4 on the win side.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of this, guys. Winning this match is huge for the CSC Challenger Series because winning this match and getting into that top 4 on the winner side guarantees you at worst. Is that $600?
Well, I'm gonna say it's got to be at least up to
Yeah.
500.
Yeah, you win this one, you're guaranteed $600. So this is a big one.
Pretty
If you
good
lose
chunk.
this one, the only thing you're guaranteed is $50.
That's what's so difficult here. We've upped the ante a little bit where everybody doesn't get a little bit of money back. Only your top players, your top half gets that money back, and yeah, a little bit more for the first player. I think that's the way it should be.
Oh, I agree completely, bud. It's, yeah. I mean, I don't think you could argue against that, really, to be quite honest. I did like how the last one, $100 back just for entering into it, you get your money back. This one, you lose $50 if you get last place or tie for last place. That's easily doable. And this is a very tough bracket, to say the least. But 6-5 lead for Garion Cole. And if Willy Walker loses this match and is out after 2 matches in the CSC Challenger Series Division 1, that will be an extreme upset.
Yeah, you gotta feel like it. You wouldn't have guessed that one coming, looking at the bracket to start off here, but it just shows you the quality of talent we have in this CSC Challenger Series, both Division 1 and 2.
Boom goes the dynamite Willy Walker on the 18s. He loves those 18s, I'm telling you. I've seen it consistently. Guys, we appreciate you tuning in with us. I am Sean Green of To The Point Streaming, joined by the legendary GOAT himself, Mr. Will Stewart of USA Darts, and our man behind the scene, Dirachi, Nick Teixeira. Doing a fantastic job as always. Giving himself 110%.
Too kind. He's at least 101.
Yeah, tonight's been a little bit iffy, you're right.
Well, don't forget to utilize A to Z Darts for any last-minute supplies you might need for any upcoming tournaments. They work really hard to get your order out the door same day if your payment is cleared by 4 p.m. Central. Also, you qualify for free shipping in the continental U.S. for orders over 45 or more. So go tell your friends and do it.
Yeah, ask your friends if they also need supplies when you're struggling to hit that $45 mark and keep all the loyalty points for yourself. That's a-zdarts.com for all your darts needs. Sorry for stealing that last little bit from you. You paused. It wasn't my fault.
Hey, no, you're good. I did it for a reason.
Shocker, Willy hits 9 mark on the 18s again. A boom goes the Washingtonian. That's not as good. Washingtonian? I don't know.
It works. I like it.
Eh. Sorry about that.
You know, but say you think Gary feels that kind of way about those darts there? Because it certainly didn't help him.
Yeah, I mean, Willy's going to start pressing here, and you cannot give Willy opportunities in this type of situation. You really shouldn't anyway, but definitely not here. I found out during the break while watching the little bit of the interview that I was able to. Garion Cole is actually a Break for Darts and Velocity sponsored player. We have a couple of those in our area with Lee Jones and George Daniels, so it's a good team to be on.
Good to see. I knew he had the Break for Darts jersey on, but I didn't know the whole backstory. So
well, there you go. I saw that on the little break when I went out there to say hi to my kids again. I also do want to give a huge shout out to Bonsters Monsters. They lost someone near and dear to them this past week in Dave Braun, who I've only heard fantastic things about. So our thoughts and prayers are with all of you, all of his friends, all of his family. I can tell you that's going to be a shocking one.
Yeah, they're organizing quite a few things to help out with costs. So look it up. You know, Mark Bond, I think, is a guy that will lead you in the right direction.
Yep. But wanted to make sure that we said something about it, just to, support that. A lot of dart players do a lot of great things in our community, and Dave was definitely one of those people. That is for sure. So.
Well said. Ditto.
All right, here we go. 6-6. Tie ball game. We're heading to the 7th inning.
Hey, we can finally say that one.
Yeah, we're going to have baseball, which is the one sport that Indiana does not have a team for that's not AAA. So, I'm a Red Sox fan.
That's a nice triple 19 with his last.
Yeah, that was an interesting. Did he move over to the 16s on that second dart? Is that what I saw there? Or he just hit like trip 7, kind of far off?
Okay, sure. But look at that! Look at that! Look at that from Cole. Look at that there. Nice 7 mark. I've seen Cole do this a couple times, electing to go for the 17s, closes out over the 18s first.
Which is really interesting, and that's very true. It's very interesting because Willy does tend to love those 18s. He didn't in that round, but typically he hammers those things. So if this is one of those situations where Garion is not really playing against his opponent. He's playing to his specialties, and sometimes that helps, and sometimes it doesn't. And this leg, it definitely has helped.
Wow, look at this 6.0 average. He's really taken this one by the grass.
Yeah, and Willy is struggling hard in this leg, but Willy does that every once in a while, where he'll not like take a leg off completely, but he won't shoot his typical 5 average, 4 average, 4.5. Reasonable for his purposes type of move. But then he comes firing right back on the next leg like nothing ever happened. And that is just really, it's impressive to see. I don't know how else to put it. It's an experience. It's impressive.
Garion looking to wrap this one up. Does the 5.44 average in that one.
Yeah, we spoke of impressive. That was impressive right there. All right, Willy Walker. How important is this leg, bud?
Massive, because you don't want to put Cole just one leg away. And I think from here on out, I mean, it's massive gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's do or die here. And if Garion can take out this leg, man, what a steal that would give him going to the... Only needed one more, and he's trying to do it right here. Boom goes that dynamite. Garion Cole, 3 in the bed again on 19s. I think that's the 3rd time I've seen him do that.
Yeah, I think you see your gameplay change a little bit here. I think you definitely take more of a route in these last couple legs to try to maintain that lead.
Yeah, I mean, the more points you hammer on, the more pressure you're putting on Willy Walker to perform to the best of his abilities. And we're not seeing it yet in this leg. But Garion kind of gives him a little bit of a break there. Not a huge break, but a little bit. A 9 mark gets Willy right back in this thing. Bobby Ames asked us, you guys always talk about where everyone is from. I'm curious if you guys know state representation between both leagues. I know Wisconsin has probably the most players, mixed with Florida, that Central Florida region. Those are probably our top 2.
From there, we're pretty spread out. We got a couple Houston players, And
Texas was another big one, yeah.
Yeah. We got an Iowa. Yeah, we're pretty spread out from there.
Yeah, a couple Illinois, a couple from Washington. Not too many East Coast players, now that I think about it.
Yeah, your east, your northeast, those are more steel tip areas per se. I think, yeah, I guess you could kind of say a little bit of soft tip in that California area, upper
Mm-hmm.
near that Washington area. But yeah, northeast, you're not going to see much soft.
Wow, what a big leg this is turning into for Garion Cole. If he can take this out and take the biggest lead of the night for himself at 8-6, making Willy win 3 on the spin, that's going to be tough to do with the way Garion's throwing now.
Yeah, he's put the foot on the gas pedal all the way down to the floorboard, and really putting on a show now.
Yeah, and that's an unlucky last dart, and he knows it too as he rips out the darts from that board.
Definitely a little bit of aggression behind that pole, as you can tell. He was quite happy as he's given Cole the advantage here.
Yeah, it's never a good thing when Garion doesn't even really have to think about shooting at the bull there or taking a shot at it. He has such a huge lead right now in this leg. Willy is just falling off the last couple legs. He better find it quickly. That's all I'm going to say, or else he's going to be out of this tournament.
It's just so difficult saying one of these guys is going to be out of this tournament here in
Well,
less
there
than
you
30
go.
minutes.
Well, Willy just ran somewhere.
Yeah,
I think we're to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, I think we're going to do a quick break after actually 14. I think that Willy said something like that, like, "Hey, can we do a quick one?" Yeah, and I think they both agreed to it. So I think that's what they're doing real quick, is maybe grabbing a drink or using the restroom real quick. I think it's just going to be 2 minutes before we jolt right back. But yeah, 8-6 lead for Garion Cole
He's won
in this one.
Yeah, and he's won 5 of the last 6 legs. So you want to talk about a switch around here? My goodness, has he really shown up in this last couple of legs and last 6 legs, really? Willy only won the 12th leg with a 5.25 average. So, man, Willy's in a tough spot here. He's got to win 3 on the spin. Garion, the heavy favorite now to move on to the loser side and take out Willy Walker in the CSC Challenger Series. He got 4th place in the last one.
Yep. Well, it's official. Ram Rivera Jr. over John Edwards.
There you go.
John will go to the loser side and wait on Nick Selepic, Lavelle Sterling, or Christian Lopez. So, yeah, that one's that. Steve Diker is going to be playing Johnny Lackey on the loser side.
On the loser side. That's
On
a
the
loser side matchup. Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly. Isn't
This
that
is
crazy?
ridiculous. Sorry, I dropped my pen.
Winner of this one will play either Brian Dennis or Randy White, depending on the winner of that one. And that's another appetizing match. You can't get full here, as we're just feeding you the good stuff on the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by the PPD.
Let's put this in context here real quick. If Willy wins the next 3 legs on the spin, and Brian Dennis wins, that'll be a rematch of the 4th place match from last CSC Challenger Series Division 1, which was insanely incredible matchup. Both guys averaged well above a 5. It was insanity. So to get this in round 3 potentially of the CSC this time around, that just tells you the level that we've gone to.
From 4th to top 16. Yeah, crazy to say the least. Is, we still have Kenny Doyle.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny Doyle we're still waiting on the results of his match. He's still not lost a leg as far as I know. So we'll kind of see what happens there. But it looks like they're about ready to get going. Willy threw a few darts, picked up his phone saying, "Let's go." And I think we're going to be ready to go here just momentarily. I do want to go ahead and give a shout out to Willy for his shoes. It's been long enough. It's time to point out the fact that he does match those shoes with that shirt, and that is impressive.
Good stuff. I love it.
Of course, Spartan barrels for those Willy Walkers. His new darts, I believe, just came out, if I'm not mistaken.
I haven't seen them. I gotta take a look over there. I think he's a Hard Luck Darts sponsored player as well. I believe.
I believe that you're correct.
I think so. I know he's good friends with Mark Rowe. Mark Rowe is the owner of
Yeah.
Hard Luck Darts, so I could imagine that they would be friendly. I think that's sometimes the ride for Willy Walker.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Well, we saw last year they had to play each other at the same bar.
Yeah.
In a loser side matchup. So that was a lose-lose situation no matter what happened. Willy, of course, came out on top of that one. And my goodness. We're going to get going here. 8-6. I think they're getting ready to get going, hopefully, maybe.
Yeah, well, Mark Rowe was actually one of those people in this CSC Challenger Series as well. So he lost out to Brendan McMillan on the. Actually, unfortunately, had to play Kenny Doyle at the start, and that's tough when Kenny hasn't even dropped a single leg, and then you turn around and you got Brendan McMillan in the next round, and
That's a tough one, too.
yeah, that's a tough one too. As Brendan is now out as well after losing to Skylar Lepine.
Yeah, which, hey, shout out first time getting his name pronounced correctly on the CSC Challenger Series without anyone having to remind us right away. So there you go. Do we know what we have for Wednesday's matchup yet?
I'm not sure actually. I didn't see that one in the chat. We have a little background chat that we communicate with, and fortunately, Will's not up to date.
Well, obviously I was not either. Yes, looks like we do. Ryan Crawley and Tito Martinez will be coming to us on Wednesday, as far as I know.
Okay, there we go. How about Hunter winning over Ken Rip?
Okay.
And Kenny and Carter play tomorrow.
Okay.
So good
There you go.
stuff. Good stuff. As we head back over to our game screen, it looks like we're ready to rock and roll with the rest of this CSC Challenger Series Division 1 match.
Yep, it looks like they're getting ready to get going here, hopefully. Willy will only get the start in this leg. He will have to win the next one against the throw if it does go that far. And then they will have a last leg decider where they will diddle before they start. But right now, Willy Walker in a world of hurt, down 8-6. Got to win 3 in a row. And Garion Cole looking to complete this very minor upset of Willy Walker.
Yeah, I think we just consider that because of the name behind Willy Walker and how big of a presence he's been on this dart scene for a while. As we see,
It's dynamite. Garion Cole with another 3 in the bed on 19s. I think that's the 4th time I've seen him start off a leg like that. And Willy is not playing around anymore. He goes trip 20, misses into the trip 1 right on the wire, and you can tell he was really wanting that to go in.
yeah, every single dart matters for Willy Walker right now because he's got to crawl himself out of this little hole.
Yeah, and Garion, I thought, was just going to keep rolling on the trip 19s. Hits the first one, then stumbles a little bit on the last 2. So a little bit of hope here for Willy. But he has got to take advantage of it, and he's not doing so. The frustration is definitely setting in for Willy Walker.
Walks away, takes a second. I tend to do that myself. I get a little angry with myself, just kind of walk away from everything and come back to it, try to start fresh.
Yeah, he's going to have to reset quickly, though, because it's now or never for him. That's a great first dart and a fantastic second dart. And he gets all 3 of them in there. Boom goes a dynamite. Willy Walker, our 17th 9 mark of the evening. Wouldn't expect anything less, but boy, oh boy. What a time for that from Willy Walker. Let's see if Garion responds accordingly. He's not. So Willy now a shot at the 19s. Do you think he points first, just a point first?
Yeah, you got a point. You got to find the lead.
Yep, and he'll stay there for all of them. He's going to try and just put pressure point-wise on Garion. I think that's what you have to do now.
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
Oh, Garion's going to do Garion stuff on the 19s, it looks like. Only gets 5 of them, though. So a bit pedestrian on the 19s for Garion the last couple of rounds. Which is insanity to say. Willy gets it closed on the second dart and then goes back up and hits a trip 20 on the last one. Willy showing up. He's got to be feeling pretty good right now in the fact that he's hitting. Ooh, he went 18s.
Yeah, he went over to him and tried to...
And he gets them all in the bed. Triple, triple, triple. Boom goes a dynamite. Garion Cole. Wow. He wants this over with now. This is going to be one of those legs, but I can tell.
Do you think he even questions open up maybe a 17 here instead of trying to close out that 20 first?
Oh, I think he just 18s, 18s, 18s. He went one. I think that was at the 18 in the last start.
Yeah. I'm thinking, do you think he does that over? Well, no, I can't say that because he can't prematurely because this could happen right here.
And it does. Boom goes the dynamite Willy Walker. That is his third one of this leg, and a leg that he has to win. And that just tells you how hard it is going to be to take out Willy Walker.
Wow.
And now with a huge advantage here, can go down to the 17s without really thinking about it. Try and close 16s and 15s too while he's at it. He's going to try to. Oh, 7 of them.
Just on the outside there for that one is certainly looked like it was meant to be there on the 9 mark, but not happening. Last stand for him.
Garion Cole, boom goes a dynamite. That's the 5th 9 mark in this leg. In a leg that Willy Walker must win to stay in this match, and he is doing everything that he can to do it, except to hit that trip 20 on the last start. And here we go, Garion, a chance to put some pressure on. Let's see if he goes double bowl, trip 20, trip 15 like he did, what was it, leg 2? There's the double bowl. There goes the trip 20. Oh, he does not quite get that done, but he was trying to put the pressure back on Willy right away.
And Willy Walker just needing to go 1, 2, 3 on these bulls. There's double.
How about 2-1 on the bulls? A 5-3-4 takes down a 5.6 in that leg. And wow. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Do we have ourselves a battle as we go 8-7. You want to talk about an important leg? Garion Cole gets the start. Willy's going to have to break Garion's throw in order to stay in this match and to stay in this tournament. If Willy does lose this leg, it will end his time in the CSC Challenger Series. Looks like they're just going to skip the turn there. Dangerous move. Bold move, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off for him.
Looks like maybe a little bit of mistake there.
And Garion only gets 2.
Yeah, not the start he would have wanted or would have wanted here is Willy Walker's going to have a slight advantage. And look at this.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an advantage. Boom goes a dynamite. Willy Walker, 3 in the bed on 20s. Wow.
And you got to think that Willy Walker has about an 80% chance of pulling this one off now and making this an 8-8 tied match to go into the last leg.
Yeah, that was a rough first 2 rounds there for Garion. And you don't want to go to a last leg decider against Willy Walker. You just don't.
I think that 80% chance just turned into about a 92% chance for Willy Walker. I think we're going to a last leg decider here. These people love it in the chat. 350 plus. Give us a big like. Give us a big follow if you haven't.
Yeah, hit that share button, guys. This is getting about as interesting as it's going to get right here, right now. A 6-6-7 in a must-win leg for Willy Walker after just beating Garion Cole, who threw a 6-5 or a 5-6 and lost with a 5-3-4 from Willy. I'm telling you, this is as scrappy as it can get. Who wants it more? That's what you're going to have to ask yourself at this point in time. If you are Garion Cole or Willy Walker, do I want it more than my opponent?
This is the thing. We had Garion Cole having the big advantage after he pulled off 3 back-to-back. But I got to tell you, I'm giving the advantage to Willy right now because he wins this one pretty handily with a 6+. It'll be tough to beat him.
Yeah, the momentum is definitely swung into Willy's favor. That last leg decider diddle, if it does go to that, which still is not guaranteed, but most likely, Garion's going to have to win that diddle to stop kind of the Willy Walker route that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
The momentum is just completely shifted into Willy's favor, which I was not expecting after the start from Garion in the last leg. Hat trick just not enough. Man, he gets it in 2 darts. We're going to a last leg decider here. We called it at the start, and I believe we have talked it into fruition here, bud. Last leg decider. Who wins this diddle? Call it right now.
I'm going Willy Walker after that display. I think he's just on, and I think those 20s have been hitting for him. I think he's going to edge him out for the advantage.
Well, gentlemen, no matter what, shoot well. We want to see the best darts that you can give us right here, right now.
Dart. That's a tough dart.
That's brutal. That's brutal. It gives huge advantage to Garion.
That first dart was so difficult because he laid it right on top of that trip 20.
Vinny, neither of these guys are from Wisconsin. There it is. Garion Cole will get the leg. We'll get the last leg decider start. Garion Cole is from Illinois and Peoria, Illinois, and Willy Walker is from Spokane, Washington, or Tacoma, Washington area. Is it Tacoma or is it Spokane?
It's Tacoma. Is what All Seasons is
okay.
At. So, not sure exactly where he may reside, but that is where the bar is at, is Tacoma. So, yeah, that's just a slight. That's a creamy first start there for Willy. I think he had the opportunity there, but just overcompensated on that second dart to make up for it, and Garion gets the start.
Now, here's the thing that we do have to keep in mind is Garion will shut me down before I can even get started. A 7 mark on the 20s to start off with. He had been liking starting on the 19s a lot more, but here we go, guys. Last leg decider. Share this thing out. Let everyone know. A couple minutes. One of these 2 great players is going to be out of this tournament. So this will be our last look at one of these 2 players until the next CSC Challenger Series.
That is just so crazy.
They both start off with 7 marks, which of course they do. Oh, Garion only had 2 on the second round. Willy, if he goes trip 19 here at first dart, do you take the shot on the second dart?
Eventually you're going to have to, but I think you try to gain that lead by at least a triple before you do it.
Oh, he leaves the door wide open for Garion to come right back through. 8-8, last leg decider in this race to 9. Leg number 17. And look at this. Boom goes the dynamite. Garion Cole with the first 9 mark, drawing the first blood. The first haymaker of this last leg decider has been thrown. Will Willy respond? Only a 5 mark. So damage still being done by Garion. Chance to really, really take control right here.
Trip 18.
Gets rid of Willy's 18s. But I expect something big here from Willy.
Gotta put that 7 mark here.
And he does, but just barely. After that first start, I thought it was hanging over top of the triple, but fits 2 in there. Does Garion point first, or does he get rid of the 17s first?
He's gonna he points now. Like I said, he's gonna make sure he has that lead. Look at that.
Big
Yep.
7 mark on those 20s.
Yeah, it forces Willy to hit 9 on the 17s to get back the point lead. Oh. Doesn't quite get it done. So now just a little bit more of an extension of the lead. Up to 24 points. And again, stays right there on the trip 20. Now he'll look down, gets it closed. Boom, got the dynamite. Garion Cole with his second 9 mark in this last leg decider. They've thrown 23 total, folks. 9 marks in this match. That one could be the most important one of this entire thing. It will end up being the most important one of this last entire thing.
You got to think that this one is on a silver platter for Garion Cole now. So he's looking to wrap this one up and advance on the loser side.
He's 2 darts away if he wants. Now 1 dart away. Garion
Wow.
Cole throws a 6-2-9 in the last leg decider, going first. Willy Walker couldn't possibly beat that. 6-2-9.
What a display there from Garion Cole. Rattling off 3 back to back to back, and then unfortunately falling behind of Willy Walker for just a little bit. Willy putting in quite a display to make a stand. It's going to be Garion Cole advancing on through the loser side.
Willy Walker won 16 legs of darts in his 2 matches, and he went 0 for 2.
That is insane, isn't it? When you finish, as you did last year, what was it, top 4 for Willy Walker,
Yeah.
I believe? Yeah.
Top 4. Shocking exit for Willy Walker, but it would have been shocking if it was Garion.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about the second half there was phenomenal.
It just goes to show you that some of these players that maybe us or maybe even some of you all out there in Facebook, YouTube, Twitch land have not heard of can really make a stand and put on the display that you want to see in this CSC Challenger Series.
Yeah, I mean, and you're going to see it throughout this, guys. The big names are going to be there, but you're going to have the Garion Coles. You're going to have the Rick Hens. You're going to have the John Edwards. Those guys are going to step up. Larry Keith and be huge in this CSC Division 1 and Division 2, just like we saw in last CSC Challenger Series. Brandon Westover, who is already shockingly out of Division 2. He got 3rd place in the last one.
Isn't that just insane to say? But like we said, the PPD has really put together a talented field here, and it goes to show you that when you go out on a mission and play those DRTs and those All-Star Triples events, you can really gain those points to play against the big boys and girls around North America.
Yeah, guys. I mean, get involved. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're just going to sit there and watch the whole time? Get involved, guys.
Head on over to www.dartstoc.com. Find out the nearest board to you and go get involved today. But what do you have to say about this match, man? I don't think there's more we can say other than wow, this is what we've got to offer. This is the stuff we've got to offer to you here in
guys.
Division 1, Division 2.
Take the next couple minutes, if you've not done so, put a comment in the chat, maybe where you're from, maybe who you're rooting for on Wednesday between Tito Martinez and his opponent, which is... I was not ready for this. Why did I do that?
He put himself in that spot.
That was so silly. So silly. Ridiculous, Sean. You're not even close to ready for this.
Ryan Crawley, if you're curious.
I wasn't curious at all, but thank you for telling me because now I know. Ryan Crawley.
Here comes.
Sorry
Nick
about that, Ryan.
Save the day from the background. How about Nick DeShera pulling it off for us? We love it. We love it.
Good old Dirachi gets it done.
We might as well just go 3 people deep next time for this commentary session. I gotta tell you, great stuff.
Don't tip him because he'll be right there the whole way through, and I would love to see it.
That's great. That's great. Well, we appreciate you tuning in here for the CSC Challenger Series brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. From all of us here at the PPD, from behind the scenes, Nick DeShera, Will Stewart, and Sean Green, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you Wednesday for some Division 2 action. Take care, folks.
Have a good one, guys.